There is a 62-year-old freight conductor lying on a concrete bunkhouse floor in a yard outside Pueblo, Colorado right now, with his work coat folded under his head as a pillow. He has been there since 2 in the morning. The cot they assigned him was already taken by another conductor who got tied up 6 hours before him. There are no other rooms. He has to be back on duty in 9 hours. He will not get up off that floor for another 4 hours because his back will not let him. This is not a story about the old days. This is happening this week. Before we get into it, hit subscribe and drop a comment if you ever spent a night on a bunkhouse floor or know somebody who did. We want to hear your yard. Start with the basics. A freight conductor working a road job in the United States runs between 2 terminals, the home terminal and the away-from-home terminal. You leave Pueblo on a coal drag. You run 12 hours west. You tie up at the away terminal. You sleep. You catch the next train back when they call you. That is the deal. Has been the deal for 150 years. The railroads used to take care of the sleeping part. Every division point had a bunkhouse, real building. Cle Elum, Washington had one. The Milwaukee Road built it in 1909, 2 stories tall, wood frame, L-shaped, 28 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. They moved it 100 yards south of the yard around 1920 to make room for the electric substation when the road got electrified. Kept it open for crews until 1974. 65 years. Alaska had one too. Copper River and Northwestern Railway threw up a bunkhouse and mess house together in Chitina back in 1910. Single-story wood frame, 43 feet by 25, enclosed porch, root cellar under the mess house. You worked the run. You ate at the company table. You slept under a company roof. You got up the next morning and worked the other way. Simple system. Worked for decades. There was somebody at the desk when you came in. Hot coffee, a bed with sheets, a man in a wool uniform who knew your name. Then came precision-scheduled railroading. Hunter Harrison brought it to Canadian National in 1998. CSX picked it up in 2017. Then Union Pacific, then BNSF, Norfolk Southern. By 2022, every Class 1 railroad in the country except one was running precision-scheduled railroading. The workforce got cut by roughly 30% in 6 years. Train lengths went from 7,000 feet to 9,500. Yards closed, engine houses got bulldozed, and the lodging contracts started getting renegotiated. Some yards kept the hotels, some did not. And the ones that did keep them were moved further out from the rail yard because there was a regulation about distance. So now you tie up at 3 in the morning, deadhead 20 minutes by Renzenberger van to whatever Super 8 motel had the cheapest bid that year, and try to sleep next to the highway with the truck stop air horns going every 5 minutes. But here is the part that makes it worse: the on-call system. Every freight conductor working a road pool job is on call. Union Pacific puts it right in their job posting. Train crew employees are on call, even on nights, weekends, and holidays, and are required to report to work within 90 minutes of notification. That is straight off the Union Pacific careers page. 90 minutes, from wherever you are. To the rail yard, with your grip packed and your boots tied. That means if you live 40 minutes away from the home terminal, you have got 50 minutes to wake up, shower if there is time, eat something cold out of the fridge, get dressed in your work clothes, kiss your wife if she is awake, and roll out the driveway. If you live an hour away, you got half an hour. If you live more than that, you do not live more than that. You drive your truck to a parking lot near the yard, and you sleep in the cab so the phone call does not catch you out of position. Veterans have been doing this for decades. 60-year-old conductors with 35 years on the railroad, sleeping in their F-150s, showering at truck stops, eating gas station sandwiches. Because the alternative is missing a call and losing points under BNSF high-vis, or getting miscalled under whatever attendance policy your carrier dreamed up this year. Lose enough points, you get suspended. Get suspended twice, you get terminated. A BNSF conductor told a reporter in 2022 that he was home 12 hours at a time and had 4 children he barely saw. Another one used 15 of his 30 points to attend his brother-in-law's funeral. He could not afford to use any more for his own kids' birthdays or his 20th wedding anniversary. He would have had to work 3 straight months without a day off to earn the points back. Tim Gillum, union representative with SMARTTD, said it plainly. Quality of life and time. Those are our 2 goals. Not pay, not benefits. Just being able to go to the doctor without losing your job. Now back to the bunkhouse floor. The Federal Hours of Service law says a conductor working over the road can be on duty 12 hours, then has to take 10 hours off. 10 hours minimum. The way the railroad reads that law is 10 hours from the time you walk off the locomotive until the time we can legally call you again. They are not interested in whether you slept. They are interested in whether the clock ran out. So you tie up at the away-from-home terminal. You go to whatever hotel they have got you in. You eat. You shower. You try to sleep. At hour 9.5, 10 on the nose, the phone rings. Time to come back. You did not get 6 hours of sleep. You got maybe 4. You did not eat right. You are 62 years old and your back is killing you from sitting in a cab for 12 hours. But you go, because the alternative is going broke. And here is the cement floor part. Some away terminals have more trains than rooms. Houston, North Platte, Pueblo, Roseville. When the yard backs up and trains pile up, every conductor in the pool is tied up. The hotels fill, the motels fill, the contract rooms fill, and there is 1 bunkhouse left at the yard, 2 cots, 6 conductors. Whoever gets there first gets the cot. The rest of you find a corner. That cement floor in Pueblo is real. Talk to anybody who worked the joint line during the boom. Talk to anybody who tied up at Englewood Yard in Houston during the meltdown of 1997 and 1998. The yard backed up so bad that train crews were sleeping on benches, on chairs, in their company vans, on the floor of the dispatching office. The Texas economy lost over $1 billion in that crisis. The men who held the railroad together that year slept where they fell. The floor itself, painted concrete, cold to the touch even in summer. The fluorescent overhead light buzzes if you happen to be lying near it. The vending machine on the wall hums. The phone rings every 20 minutes because somebody's call came in. You hear the foreman talking on his radio in the next room. You hear the toilet flush. You hear the door open. You hear another crew come in tied up at 3 in the morning looking for a place to put their head down. You hear them tell each other to keep their voices down. A maintenance of way worker at CSX told a journalist last month that workers are spending days at a time in hotels waiting for the next call. Days, not hours. Days. Then before they get meaningful rest, the phone rings and they go again. Some pool jobs have no rest days. 0. You work, you sleep, you work again. The Class 1 railroads cut the workforce by nearly 1/3 in 6 years and never replaced the lodging capacity. Bigger trains, fewer crews, longer turn times, fewer rooms. The math caught up. The men on the floor are what the math looks like. Ben Hornbeck, 12 years on the railroad, follows his family's railroad heritage. Father did it, grandfather did it. He'll tell you he likes the scenery from the cab. His grandfather slept in a real bunkhouse. Wood frame, hot meal waiting, crew waiting to wake him up gentle when his next train was ready. Ben Hornbeck's son will sleep on a cement floor.